Hello, and welcome to this review of week number 29. I want to bring your guys' attention to the swing high on EU, swing low on DXY, and swing low on DXY. Wait, let me bring it back. Capital.com and TVC. On TVC, we had not yet reached this draw on liquidity, but we had swapped it on Capital.com broker, and beside that, we had also swapped it on GU. Now, for this case, you could frame this Monday trade idea based off, okay, we have a swing low, we are expanding, we are close to the draw on liquidity, so I'm expecting Monday to deliver to that draw on liquidity. And I would not blame you for that, but when we look at how far up we are in the range, it is risky because GU took the liquidity and one of these DXY brokers took it too. Actually, let me look at DXY futures and see if that one took it. I guess that one is more, that one has a huge wick right there. So yeah, that is the only iffy part about this Monday, because when we are closer to draw on liquidity, you guys know that I like to look for potential trade setups. But now let's go over it. Let's mark our H4 ranges. So we break this. Now this is the high, this is low. And we break it again. Now what is our high and what is our low before we come into the trading session? It is this to here. When we gap down, we are in discount. Now let me go to the candle for London session. During London session, we open up, we manipulate downwards. Now, obviously, we would like to see a deeper manipulation under this low, but that did not happen. Now, because we are closer to draw on liquidity, I understand if you guys said like, okay, I want to take the setup, I want to risk it for the biscuit. We come off discount H4, we are closer to draw on liquidity, I want to risk it on her. Do your thing, bro. But know that GU already had swapped it and some DXY broker did not. So it was a bit of a risky trade and we did not yet neutralize early participants. So it's hard because we did not even reach this rejection block. Well, it is hard. If you took it, I cannot blame you. So we have change in state of delivery and then we beautifully deliver to the draw on liquidity. After we have reached this draw on liquidity, then you should be not hasty. I was going to say hasty, but I mean cautious. You should be cautious. Let me go back to this setup. So this setup, it was not an A++++++. But if you took it, I understand your logic. And I won't knock your choice. So after we take this high time frame key objective, what are we expecting? We are expecting either a retracement or a consolidation. I'm picking my range. This is my range. Why am I picking this low and not this low? Because on GU, we had to rebalance that and then we displaced breaking that. So that is my low in this scenario. That's how I like to internalize it. After we take key objectives, what are we expecting? What I just said, retracement or consolidation. So we get this H1 breaker pattern indicating that we are going down. We have two beautiful rates after we take a key objective. Now, what I want to bring your guys' attention at in a bit will be beautiful. Could you have traded this? Yes, but do we call tops? No, so I'm not going to go over it. So right here, the new range, what I was talking about in my outlook, from this low to this high. No, this high to this low, and then low key this low too. Why? Because this looks a bit like internal structure because of the weekly opening gap. So I'm gonna put this one and this one. Oh my, Louis, this cat jumped on the desk and he scared me. When I got scared, he jumped up. Hey, Lulu. This cat is all over my mouse, man. He wants some attention. Yeah, when he doesn't get attention, he just jumps on the desk and starts like nibbling on your hand. Or not nibbling, like annoying you. When you try to get him off, he starts getting mad. I love this cat, man. The loops. So once we have this H1 change in sales delivery, what are we expecting from price? We are expecting a retracement onto a discount array where we can long from. Now, what are our discount arrays that we can frame? H4 fair value gap, H1 swing low. I'm gonna mark it for you guys. We have this daily fair value gap as well. Daily fair value gap right here. Excuse me. Now this our range is right in the H4. We retrace. I'll mark out. Want to mark out the weekly open and the daily open actually. MO is midnight open for this scenario. So what happens? We respect this fair value gap and this plays down under midnight open. So when we are going down, what is our expectation? Our expectation this week is bullish. So everything going down is just in our eyes manipulation to then go higher from. So let's zoom in to the lower time frames. Right here. I want to take your guys' attention to GU. To GU, which sweeps the Monday's low, simultaneously tapping onto the daily fair value gap on GU. So this right here is SMT with GU. Let's check DXY. While also being SMT with DXY. Let me just put DXY GU because it's a crooked, not crooked, because it's a line going from below to higher. You can tell it's SMT. Monday is here till here. Okay. So we have SMT with DXY and GU, and our bias is bullish. Now the manipulation happened at a 230. That's not what I like, but hey. This right here is also a valid setup. Why? Because we break high, lower low, higher high, and this indicating this is like an internal entry unicorn, or maybe M1. See high, low, higher high, respect fair value gap, and go up. So once we respect this and close like this, and then disrespect it, I'd understand if you put just market executed right here, for example, and then took 2RR. I would understand that. And if you took it, beautiful trade, beautiful trade. That's why pro trend trading is the wave. Always just pro trend trade. So this trade right here is beautiful. Why? Discount H4, early shorters, early longers are taken out. Unicorn at a key time. Obvious liquidity we can target. Now I want to give you guys a gem right here, where I wanted to bring your attention to that I mentioned. If we are going to go up, we should not respect premium arrays. And what is this? This is a premium array, and in my opinion, one of the strongest ones because breakers are extremely strong. So once you see price showing unwillingness to boost through here, that's red lights. And then what happened? This news opened up. Let me put this a bit to the right side. This news opened up, manipulated downwards to the H4 fair value gap, and then created a M5 change in the state of delivery or unicorn pattern, whatever you want to call it. And then it ended up respecting it all the way to. Now, let me remove this. This H1 swing low is simultaneously a Monday low. So we manipulated under Monday's low, did not reach the fair value gap because we had reached the fair value gap on GU. And if we go to DXY, this right here is a redelivered rebalance. So that's also a PDRA. We have that confluence as well. News manipulated one more time, created a change in state of delivery, and I ended up delivering the H1 breaker pattern. Then put this at the bottom actually, and then ended up creating the H1 breaker pattern. That is just crazy, right? Like clockwork. Like clockwork, it's insane, this market. Now after we have, so that is a valid setup in my opinion as well. But now when we remove these ranges and go back, we have never closed under this range, manipulated, took liquidity, continued back up. So you can still use this as your H4 range. Or this right here. In both ranges, we are in discount. We manipulated under the weekly open. We manipulated under midnight open. We manipulated under New York session open. So this right here, this one was not that beautiful. This is the beauty. This is just art. So after that, if you did not catch that, what can you do? You can wait for a H1 change in state of delivery. I'm gonna put up GU next to it. This wick happened due to news. Well, not really due to news, but it happened around of news. So price manipulated up, catching everyone in New York session, then displaced down. So what do we know about wicks? That wicks do the damage and candles tell the story. So once we close above this breaker right here, the breaker body, excuse me, you should be scouting for longs. And what happens? Let's delete. I actually put this midnight open right here. What happens? We manipulate downwards, sweeping early longers. Simultaneously, we have GU SMT at this low, I think, or we had SMT with some pair. I don't know which one. Then we have SMT with DXY, also indicating that there's something going on. We have a M5 beautiful art breaker pattern. Now I'm gonna draw out the ranges for you guys. So high, low, high, high, low, high. We'll consider this high. This is low, this is the high then. And we sweep that low, close above this high right here, retest it, put your limit at this breaker, stop under this low, but 10 pip stop is quite big. And this internal unicorn is already indicating that we are going up. So our narrative right here is we finally have set the weekly low. Now we are going to aim for external range liquidity. When we go up into the higher time frames, what liquidity can we target? This right here looks clean. This rejection block right here looks clean. And let's just play the trade out. That's crazy. That movement is crazy. So what happened now? Exactly as what I said on Monday, we have reached a high time frame draw on liquidity. So now we are going to chill. So many drawings, man. Let me remove some to clean it up. So this setup right here is A plus 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 plus. Most beautiful setup ever. Sweep this. Well, let me put the sweep actually right here. Sweep under Monday's low. Change in the state of delivery right here. Respect it. Go up. Take the draw on liquidity right here. And we have a new range, obviously, because this, we broke the H4 range to the upside. So this is our new range. And then we come back and look at price. Price sweeps liquidity, sweeps the high one more time, while failing to do so on GU, SMT with GU. So after that, this becomes our new breaker. Wicks to the damage, candles tell the story. Now this is a bit fishy, but this was because I think EG was pumping. Yeah, as you guys can see. So right here, high time frame draw on liquidity has been met. H1 change in the state of delivery. After we just come off a premium array, what are we expecting price to do? We are expecting to seek discount. Now, where can we find the first discounted prices from? If this is our daily range, then this daily fair value gap is a nice discount to potentially look to aim for. I'm not saying go and hold price until we reach there. No, aim for. Now, during London session, we displace back down. Can we find any way to get in? Not really, in my opinion, based on the model. Wow, this is art. This is just art, man. Look at this. Excuse me. It is almost art. That would have been so clean. That would have been so clean, man. What I was thinking is that this was a breaker pattern, but it wasn't. Okay, so then London session delivers nothing to work with. Like, look at, like, it's way too hard for me to figure something out right here. So then we wait for New York. Then New York has one more rate to the upside. Well, GU fails to do so, so that is something going on in price. That means that there's something going on in price. And then we get a beautiful displacement with a internal unicorn. Now this setup is not the cleanest, but the logic is there, and we trade logic, we don't trade patterns. And then on Friday, today actually, if this is a market maker buy model, then obviously this is the sell side of the curve and then previous areas of mitigation. I mean, so mitigation blocks will be used as previous. Just ignore what I said. These mitigation blocks will be used to mitigate the positions or redeliver positions. I don't know, man. How do I say it in proper terms? So smart money is using these mitigation blocks to mitigate their orders and then continue to finish the sell side of the curve. Damn, I don't think I said it properly in that sentence, but I ain't editing anything out, man. But you guys know what I mean. I went over this a million times. So this is all chop. But we had SMT right here. Do we? Oh no, we didn't. But EU delivers a beautiful unicorn pattern right here and delivers 2 RR, but EU did not. Yeah, there's no fair value gap here, so I'm marking out the ranges currently so you guys can look with me. Yeah, so GU delivered a unicorn whilst EU didn't. Why? Because look. Sorry, I just had to check my phone real quick. I think this is a broker error. Let me take another pair. Yeah, so I'm gonna ignore this candle. Low, high, low. This is the high. Low. Ah, okay. That's unfortunate. This was not really a unicorn. It was also an internal unicorn. So Friday London session had not delivered anything. And then New York session, yeah, you cannot see anything right there either. So like I said, in the analysis channel, I'm expecting this Friday to just be liquidity generation to then finish the market maker sell model potentially on the next week. So this was the weekly review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me check which setups were high probability. No, this was not the highest probability. This one was good. So 1 win, 2 wins, 3 wins. So if you just stuck to the model, this week would have delivered you 3 wins. Well, we could call this no fills either, but you guys understand my logic. Why would I market execute here? Because we respect this fair value gap and disrespect this breaker. If we were to sweep and then go down, we would already have done so, you know what I mean? But this fair value gap was indicating to us that we are going up. And then, oh, this one was a nice setup too. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wins. And this right here, same logic as I just said right here. And this internal unicorn, like obviously we would like to see a sweep higher. But you, like I always say, you cannot demand perfection from price. And these breakers are like linebackers. So when you couple this high time frame breaker with low time frame price action right here, that should be enough signs for you that we are going down. Yeah, just beautiful, just artwork right here. I hope you guys get some value from this weekly review. Peace.